Right, how you doing, people? As you can see from that little introduction, I've come to a place called Venford Falls, up on Dartmoor, just south of Venford Reservoir. Got the afternoon off work, so I've come out for a bit of a play. This is the spot. In fact, rumour has it, that branch there used to be up there. It used to cut halfway through the top of the falls. But I've just seen some videographer up there who's doing some work, and he reckons that someone sat on it or stood on it and it snapped it or slid it down the stream, or down the wall. But I'm just going to have a walk about, see if I can find a composition and get some shots. I've come back today because I did shoot earlier in the year. I don't think I did a video on it, but I shot earlier last year when there was no leaf on the trees, and I thought that the sky was just too much brightness at the top of the scene. So I've come back when there's some leaf on the trees. The sun's just coming round, which is nice because the trees are going to disperse some of the sunlight. Disperse. So fingers crossed, I should get some nice shots here because I've got some new filters and I want to play. Should have bought me wellies really, but never mind, I'd get some wet feet. So hang tight, I'll have a walk about, see if I can find a composition. Cool. Right, if I slip over, I'll get 250 quid. Look a pleb, but I get 250 quid. Like I've done before in other videos, before I get my camera out my bag, I literally just get my phone out and have a little look, see if I can find a composition before I get my camera out. Thinking down there somewhere. Oh, I wish I wore my bloody wellies. Not as nimble as I used to be. Baby, you're my favourite. I think I quite like it with that wood there, you know. That branch like that. It's kind of the same shot, but different, if that makes sense. Anyway, it's definitely going to be a polarizer because there's light bouncing off everything. There's these two rocks in the foreground here, which I quite like. It's difficult because I've shot here before. I don't want to get the same shot, but it's going to be different, I suppose, because the branch is in a different place. I might see if I can find something around there like that. I'm quite comfy here. I'll get my tripod there. Alright, I'm just going to get a picture on my phone now. I'll bang it up on the screen and you can see what I'm kind of after. Straight out the phone, something like that. The only problem is this log kind of splits the scene right in half. I'm not really liking that much. I might actually get a shot from up there where I stood earlier looking down, but let's see if I can get something from here. Oh, you forget how wide 14mm is. Not sure if I like it or not. Yeah, I don't like the sunlight on that rock. I like that rock. Got a blast of sunlight coming down. It's just landing on that rock and I think it's spoiling the shot. Ooh. This is much better. Much prefer this. Yeah. Like that, like that, like that. Oh, you don't really know it, but there's just water flying around everywhere here. 2-second timer. I'm not sure on the composition at the minute, but polarizing filter. Oh, blimey, that's 6 seconds. Splash guard. Oh yeah, keep them on there. Oh, polarizer. Right, I'm going to chuck this first shot up. I'm not happy with the composition at all, but I've literally just put a polarizer on. Look what it's done to the greens. Really punchy. It's given me a 6-second exposure, which is nice. The only problem I've got now is it's really dark in here and it's really bright up there. All right, people, I kind of found a composition I'm not sure yet. I might have to put two shots together, the darker foreground and the brighter sky behind. I was hoping the trees might disperse the light a little bit and make it a bit softer and slow it down, but this foreground is really dark compared to the background. So, but yeah, from here, shooting the falls at the bottom of the screen and then all the way up with a canopy of the trees over the top. Gone for, well, my settings are Canon EOS R, my Canon 14-35, my MAVEN polarizing filter, my MAVEN 3-stop ND filter, and it's f13, 6 seconds. It's all right. Wouldn't rave about it, but it's just good to be out. So, what do you think? That's the one problem with having a wide angle lens. When you get to a gorgeous place like this, you just want to shoot it all, woof, get as much in as you can, which is cool. That's why we like wide angle lenses. But sometimes it's nice just to punch in and have a little bit. So I flip the camera, portrait, and I'm just going for this one waterfall on the left. And I think it's quite nice. Yeah, it's a simple shot, waterfall down the middle. Quite dark on the edges. You can see the lights coming in the top. Again, Canon EOS R, 14-35, 13 seconds, ISO 100. I guess 10 seconds exposure with my MAVEN polarizer and my MAVEN 3-stop filter. I've just clambered out on top, hoping I could get a decent shot of kind of all of it. Because every time I see a picture of these falls, everyone tries to get a picture obviously close of just the falls and from inside down there. And it would have been nice to kind of get a picture back with kind of all of it. It's quite a messy scene, so I've taken two shots, f13, one at 2.5 seconds and one at 5 seconds, I think it is. Again with a polarizer on an ND filter to kind of smooth the water out. If it's any good, I'll put it up on screen. I've got to now make my way from where am I? Dartmoor, through the bay to pick my wife up from work. It's Friday night, and then we might go to the pub and have a pint, I reckon. So, sorry, it's a bit of a quick video. Did a little bit of work this morning, and I've just dashed up on Dartmoor to get a shot. And obviously, I've got new filters, so I'm out to have a play. It's always the way. I get a new bit of kit, and I just can't get a shot. But that's the way the cookie crumbles. Don't know what those shots are like. I hope they're all right. I think the one of the single fall I quite like. That sun's coming right round now and it's just like bright dark, bright dark. Anyway, have a good Friday night. Enjoy your weekend. Cheers for watching. Hit the subscribe, hit that like and all that other bump. And see you in the next vid. Cool. Cheers. Bye. All right, whoa, whoa, whoa. Hang on. Don't go yet. Don't go yet. Think I found a different composition that I might be happy with. Had a little walk round. The thought was trying to make these falls look kind of tropical. Picture yourself walking through the tropics and all of a sudden through a hole in the bushes you see these lush waterfalls. That's the kind of thing I'm going for with this shot. Only problem is, of all the places for the sun to shine through, it's shining exactly where my bloody tripod is. And when you're trying to shoot landscape, if you've got direct sunlight in the front of your lens, it's an absolute nightmare. So I'm trying to kind of shiffy and jimmy around, and the sun is always in the wrong place. But hey ho, I'm going to show you the shot. In fact, I'm going to show you first of all. In fact, no, I'm going to show you the shot first. You'll see how bloody bright the sun is. That's the shot. So basically, in fact, I'm going to spin you around and show you what I'm on about. All right, that's the shot. Bloody sun. So I've got the actual camera's down there and it's closer and I can see the bottoms of the falls, but it's kind of framed by all the vegetation this side, underneath and on the side, and then you've got the tall trees in the back. So it's got nice framing, but you watch when I go down, once the sun hits the front of this lens. Woo, look at that. Nightmare. And if I bring you up here, the sun, look, is right where my flipping tripod is. That's the only place I can get the decent shot through there looking down the waterfalls. So fingers crossed. I've got a polarizer on, which isn't really good because the sun isn't perpendicular, the sun's coming right on top of me, but if there's a shot there, here it is. Enjoy your weekend. Cool, cheers, bye.